Some stories are never finished. They're just filed away. Welcome to Chronicles of the Obscure. Picture this. It's the summer of 1795. The air on Oak Island, a small windswept island off the coast of Nova Scotia, is thick with the smell of salt and pine. 3 teenage boys, Daniel McGinnis, John Smith, and Anthony Vaughn, are out exploring when they stumble upon something peculiar. In a small clearing, there's a circular depression in the ground, about 13 feet across. Above it, an old gnarled oak tree has a thick branch sawed off, and hanging from it is a weathered block and tackle pulley. Their imaginations ignite. Pirates! Treasure! This had to be the spot. Fired up with dreams of gold doubloons, they return with shovels and start digging. The work is hard, but their excitement is palpable. 10 feet down, their shovels hit something solid. Not rock, but a perfectly laid platform of oak logs, sealed with clay. This wasn't natural. This was man-made. They dig deeper. At 20 feet, they find another layer of oak logs. At 30 feet, another one. As they breach that third layer, something changes. The walls of the pit, once dry earth, begin to glisten. Seawater starts to seep in, slowly at first, then with more urgency. They try to bail it out, but it's a losing battle. They realize they're not just digging a hole. They're engaging with a 200-year-old engineering puzzle, a sophisticated machine designed to protect something. Or perhaps nothing at all. This is the story of the Oak Island Money Pit, a shaft that has consumed fortunes, claimed lives, and fueled one of history's most obsessive and expensive treasure hunts. But is there a treasure at the bottom, or is the pit itself the ultimate trick? Let's step into the evidence locker and catalog this layered mystery. Over the next 2 centuries, countless syndicates and treasure hunters would throw their money and manpower at the pit, each one documenting their findings and failures. The structure itself is a marvel. The shaft descends with these mysterious log platforms appearing at precise 10-foot intervals. Between the logs, diggers found layers of charcoal, ship's putty, and most bizarrely, thick mats of coconut fiber. Coconut fiber in 18th century Nova Scotia? That's thousands of miles from the nearest coconut palm. How did it get there? The mystery deepens at the 90-foot mark. In 1804, a new group of diggers unearthed a large flat stone slab about 2 feet long and a foot wide, covered in a cipher of strange cryptic symbols. A local professor attempted a translation, which has become legendary. 40 feet below, 2 million pounds lie buried. While the stone has been lost since the early 1900s, its legend remains a cornerstone of the Oak Island mythos. But the most diabolical feature of the Money Pit is its defense system, the flood tunnels. The original builders constructed a complex network of box drains fanning out from the pit towards a nearby cove. These weren't just simple tunnels. They were an ingenious booby trap. Once diggers reached a certain depth, around 93 feet, they would breach a pressure point, and seawater would rush in from the ocean, flooding the entire shaft in minutes. It was brilliant, deadly, and heartbreakingly effective. No matter how powerful the pumps, the ocean always won. Despite the setbacks, tantalizing clues have been pulled from the mud. A scrap of parchment with 2 handwritten letters, possibly V or WY. Several links from a delicate gold chain. Bits of copper. Most chillingly, human bones found deep within the pit, later carbon dated to the 16th and 17th centuries, suggesting a European presence on the island long before the pit's discovery. More recently, a decorative hand-wrought iron cross with potential Templar connections was found. But this quest has come at a terrible cost. The island's Zuslore speaks of a curse, that 7 men must die before the treasure is found. To date, 6 men have lost their lives in accidents related to the excavation. And the financial toll? It's estimated that over $100 million have been spent across 2 centuries, earning it the name the Money Pit, not for the treasure it might hold, but for the fortunes it has swallowed. This brings us to the theory board. What could possibly justify such an elaborate construction? Theory number 1 is the most popular: pirate treasure. Legends connect the pit to notorious pirates like Captain Kidd, who famously boasted of burying treasure where none but Satan and myself can find it, or even Blackbeard. The engineering, however, seems far too sophisticated for a typical pirate crew. This suggests a collaboration, perhaps between pirates and skilled military engineers. Theory 2 ventures into more esoteric territory: Templar or medieval relics. This theory posits that the Knights Templar, after their persecution in 1307, smuggled their immense wealth and sacred artifacts, like the Holy Grail or the Ark of the Covenant, to the New World. Proponents point to the coconut fiber used as packing material and the mysterious stone symbols as evidence of a pre-Columbian European voyage. The iron cross found recently has only added fuel to this fascinating, if far-fetched, fire. Theory 3 is for the literary detectives: the lost Shakespearean manuscripts. This idea, championed by enthusiasts of Sir Francis Bacon, suggests that Bacon, the true author of Shakespeare's plays, hid the original folios in the pit to preserve them. The tiny scrap of parchment found in the 19th century is often cited as the key piece of evidence for this hypothesis. Then there's the buzzkill theory, number 4. It's all just a natural sinkhole. Geologists have argued that Oak Island's limestone geology is prone to sinkholes and caverns. In this scenario, the pit is a natural cavity that collected debris over centuries. The platforms are simply trees that fell into the hole and got lodged, and the flood tunnels are natural fissures in the rock that connect to the sea. It's a rational explanation, but one that drains all the romance from the story. Finally, Theory 5 suggests a more pragmatic purpose: a British naval treasury. During the chaos of the American Revolution, or the War of 1812, the British military may have needed a secure place to hide payroll or sensitive documents from enemy forces. Military engineers would have had the skill to construct the pit and its flood tunnels, making this one of the more plausible explanations. Today, the hunt is more visible than ever, thanks to the History Channel series, The Curse of Oak Island. Brothers Rick and Marty Lagina, who were captivated by the story as children, have now dedicated their lives and fortunes to solving it. They've brought modern technology to the island: sonar scanning, advanced core drilling, and sophisticated water dye tests. They've explored new shafts, re-excavated old ones, and unearthed a steady stream of artifacts: more coins, more wood, more mystery. But still, no central treasure chamber. No chests of gold. The modern search has become a meta-narrative. It's no longer just a story about finding treasure. It's a story about why we search. It's a weekly televised drama about hope, obsession, and the human need to believe there's hidden meaning just waiting to be discovered. In the end, the Oak Island Money Pit is so much more than a hole in the ground. It's a mirror. It reflects our collective desire for adventure and discovery, our profound vulnerability to a good mystery, and our incredible willingness to spend fortunes and lifetimes chasing whispers and shadows. Whether it was built to hide a pirate's fortune, a holy relic, or was simply a cruel trick of nature, its legacy is already secure. It has captivated generations and, in a way, made treasure hunters of us all. The real question may not be what's at the bottom of the pit, but why, after 225 years of failure, we still can't stop looking. So what do you think? Is there a tangible treasure waiting to be found? Or is the enduring story the real treasure itself? Let me know your verdict in the comments below. And for more deep dives into history's greatest enigmas, make sure to subscribe to Chronicles of the Obscure. Thanks for watching.